Welcome to The Explainer. This week, we're digging into 5 huge tech shifts. We're talking trillion-dollar gambles, massive legal fights, and get this, even free electricity. Yeah, you heard that right. Let's jump in. Okay, let's kick things off with a number that honestly sets the tone for our whole first story, $38 billion. Nope, that's not a typo. It's the price tag on a single deal, and it perfectly captures the absolutely wild, high-stakes game that is artificial intelligence right now. And this right here, this is the central paradox of the entire AI industry. So you've got this one deal, right? OpenAI is paying Amazon $38 billion, basically for the computer power to train their next models. It's a world where these companies are making billions, sure, but they're spending tens of billions just to keep up. It really is a gold rush, but one that's fueled by a volcano of cash. So let's really unpack this paradox, starting with the money coming in. We now know that OpenAI is pulling in well over $13 billion a year. That's a staggering number, and it proves there is massive real-world demand for this stuff. But that's only half the story. And here's the thing, that incredible revenue, it gets completely dwarfed by what they have to spend just to keep the lights on. Just look at the difference in scale here. It's no wonder that CEO Sam Altman reportedly gets a little testy when people ask him how the math adds up. And you can see why Wall Street is getting super nervous about similar multi-billion-dollar spending at companies like Meta.
This high-stakes money game isn't just happening in some corporate vacuum. It's creating very real cracks in society, and we're starting to see the fallout, beginning with a problem that went from being kind of a quirky tech glitch to a full-blown crisis of trust.
Okay, so the conversation around AI errors is no longer theoretical. That kind of charming, nerdy term we used to use, hallucination, well, it's being replaced by a much, much scarier legal word, defamation, and it is having very real consequences. This whole issue was thrown right into the spotlight when Senator Martha Blackburn accused Google's Gemma model of, and this is her term, an act of defamation for making up a serious allegation about her. This wasn't just some funny AI quirk. It was a serious lie that was so bad, Google had to pull the model completely. The stakes are officially way, way higher now. And believe it or not, this crisis of trust isn't just in the halls of power. It's popping up in some of the most bizarre ways you can imagine. A recent Wired report found AI-generated real estate listings creating what they call stair hallucinations. We're talking literal staircases to nowhere. It's tricking homebuyers and, just generally eroding our trust in basic online shopping. So beyond trust, beyond money, AI is now actively reshaping the entire battlefield of cybersecurity. And I'm telling you, this is not science fiction anymore. We are literally watching the beginning of a direct AI versus AI conflict, and it's all happening at the speed of a machine. And the cycle of this new arms race is it's incredibly fast. Here's how it works. An attacker uses AI to create malware. Then that malware uses AI to rewrite its own code, sometimes every single hour, so it can't be caught. And on the other side of the fight, the defensive AI has to adapt and shut it down, all in real time. And this isn't just theory. We have real examples. On the attack side, Google's Intel Group found a new malware called Prompt Flux that uses AI to constantly change its own code. But then, on the defense side, a system from Vercel called Bot ID used its own AI to spot and stop a huge bot attack in its tracks. The race is definitely on. Okay, so as AI gets more powerful, there's a rebellion brewing over the one thing it can't live without: data. For a while, this fight was mostly led by individual artists and authors, But now the corporate giants are jumping in, and let me tell you, they are not happy. And this is a massive development. We've got Japanese entertainment giants. We're talking iconic names like Studio Ghibli, Bandai Namco, Square Enix. They've all formally demanded that OpenAI stop using their copyrighted stuff to train its models. That adds some serious corporate muscle to this global fight. And really, this isn't just a legal battle over who owns what. As Amazon CTO Dr. Werner Vogels put it, this is a technical requirement. You just can't build AI for good without having good data. The quality and integrity of that data is absolutely fundamental if you want to create an AI that we can actually rely on and trust. Okay, but it's not all conflict and crisis in the tech world. Sometimes all this massive disruption leads to something else, something completely unexpected. For our final story, we're going to shift gears to a surprising look at a future that might just be, well, unbelievably abundant.
So, after years and years of pouring money into solar power, Australia is now facing a problem that, let's be honest, most countries would kill to have. They're generating so much clean energy during the day that they literally have too much of it. So, what do you do with all that extra power?
Well, their solution is a landmark policy that honestly feels like it's from the future. The government is going to require utility companies to give customers free electricity for 3 hours every single day. It's an incredible policy that shows how renewable energy can create so much extra power that, at least for a little while, it literally becomes free. So what's the big takeaway here? All 5 of these stories paint a picture of technology's 2 faces, right? On one hand, we're building a future that's defined by these trillion-dollar gambles and AI arms races. But at the exact same time, we're building another future with the potential for just unimaginable abundance. Both of these things are happening at once, which leaves us with a really critical question to think about. How on earth do we navigate all of this?